What a brilliant first season I have had in charge at Nottingham Forest. We nearly qualified for Europe. I'm hoping we can do it this year. So let's try and build a team that's good enough to try and qualify for Europe. Hello and welcome to Club 3, Part 10 of the Globe Explorers. In today's episode, we shall be trying to have a sort of rebuild, but I don't know the budget yet. So let's take a look at our season review, which has sort of actually come up quite quickly. Usually it takes a little bit of a while, but it's come up straight away this time. Not sure what has happened there, but let's take a look at the season review. So let's take a look at the players we have signed this year. Obviously, we signed Cardines, a youngster from Arsenal, absolutely brilliant. We have got him on loan for another season, so he's going to be fantastic for us next year. We do have a optional future fee of 120 million, which I'm not sure will break, but you never know. Then we had Mohamed Ali Cho. He was absolutely brilliant. Can play left wing or striker. Absolute superb. 22 goal contributions. 53 million. A bit pricey, but very good player. Then Massart, absolute superb. Still young, only 20 years old. He's going to be absolute fantastic this year. He's going to be our starting right winger, I hope. As if he stays at the club. He might. Teams might come into it in for him, but very much doubt that. Then Shimoto, he was a good backup. Still quite young. Bags of potential, I think. Yeah, 4-star potential, which it's not bad. Then Clarkson, obviously, we all know he's leaving the club, is he? Yes, he is. Joining Altai at the end of this year. He was only a backup. We've signed a perfectly good replacement to get him and replace him. And back, I did not want him to join. That's why we have already sold him. So thank God he's going. Lennon Miller, what a signing he is. I mean, 9 goal contributions. He'll probably get a little bit more this year. Might end up selling him. I don't know. Then Lookman, yeah. Yeah, that's not to do with me. That was the previous manager, so we'll try and sell him. But I wouldn't rate our chances. We will try and sell him, but if he stays, he stays. Then Miranda, a young centre back, still 5-star potential, so he's sticking around. Marky Boy, very unhappy with the deal to sign him on loan. I mean, 20 goals, that's pretty amazing. So, but we are bringing him on a permanent at the beginning of this transfer window. And Dewey, he was a good player. Very good player. Then Schiller, absolutely terrible. Then Bockman, yep, he's brilliant. If Lookman ends up going, I'm sure he'll be first choice. I'm planning on playing him in first choice anyway. Then Menezes, a good youngster, very good youngster. Region is I would call a emergency signing, I'd say. I don't think he wasn't good at all. So the board did want us to finish mid-table. I'd say we finished in the top half. Obviously, we didn't qualify for Europe. Did Aston Villa or Liverpool qualify for Europe? I don't know. Everton, funnily, got relegated. They also qualified for Europe. So they're going to be playing European football in the Championship. That's going to be interesting in terms of the scheduling. Then FA Cup, knocked out in the 5th round by Tottenham. Carabao Cup, got to the semi-finals. Hopefully we can do one better and try and get to the final. Possibly, I don't know. Our biggest win this year was a 5-0 win over Crystal Palace. Our match to remember was a 3-2 win over Newcastle. Goal of the season went to Massart. Then annual revenue has gone up massively, apart from broadcast revenue. That's gone down slightly, just by 6 million. Reputation, 3.5 stars, which is not bad. A lot of shirt sales, most popular names being Gibbs White, Chiquinho, Cho, and Lookman and Massart. not bad. Then our best 11 this year was Fernandes in goal, a back four of Livramento, Soler, Alvarez and Lewis, Cardines and Miller, Massart on the right, Gibbs White in the middle, Cho on the left and Marky Boy up front. I did win the Manager of the Month award for November. Very good, very good. Fans player, young player both went to Alex Cardines. Obviously, signing of the season went to Massart. That's pretty much it. Obviously, highest transfer fee paid was Mohamed Charlie Cho, 53 million. I suspect we're not going to break that. We might not. That remains to be seen. Actually, what? Let's take a look at the budgets first. So the board have given us an initial wage budget of £2 million, transfer budget of 12 million, which it's not good, but at least we've got players coming in that we agreed last year, so that won't count towards the transfer budget. So we do have 124k spare wage budget at the moment, but there are players leaving. So what was Carson on? He was on 35k, and Back was on 42k, so that's like 75k. Regulon was on 70k, so that's like 140. Yeah, so we've got at least 230k wages going out. Then we've got obviously Marky Boys being paid like 120k. I think that's what we've agreed for. I really cannot remember, so it's it might be a little bit of a difficult transfer window, but I don't know. I'm fairly confident we can sign some decent young potential players. So the board want us next season to make the most of set pieces. That's fine. Play high tempo pressing football. That's fine. Play attacking football. Yeah, just keep the way we've been playing, basically. Work within the wage budget. Get rid of the old men and sign those of first team players. That's fine. Then they want us to finish in the finishing the mid-table in the Premier League for the next 5 years. That's not part of my plans. I want to try and qualify for Europe this year. We're going to accept that. End of season team meeting. Hi guys. Great first season with me. Absolutely brilliant. Let's talk about Premier League. Mid-table here. That's fine. I've got nothing else to talk to you about. Have a nice holiday, lads. See you when you get back. Those of you who are leaving, good riddance. Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. Like I said, I'm probably not going to sign anyone until like July. I mean, we've got players coming in. When do those players that have agreed come in? 11th of June, 11th of June, 30th of June, because he's joining from Barcelona from a loan. So, okay, so I guess I'm not sure what I'm doing with the squad at the moment. Actually, we'll just clear the entire team selection, start from fresh. We do have plenty of players wanted. Obviously, we have promised Lewis he can go. Only if 36.5 million is bidded. Who else is wanted? Gibbs White is wanted by Granada. Sangare is leaving anyway. Chiquinho is a player I wouldn't mind selling because he wasn't. How good was he last season? 6.85. It was absolutely tragic. He needs to get gone. I think that's the one player I do want to try and sell. Mohamed Ali Cho is wanted by West Ham and Napoli. I'm not saying never, but he could end up going. So, who's Paulson wanted by? He's probably not going to go, judging by the fact he does become homegrown this year. 29th of June, he becomes homegrown. Then we've got 3 more players becoming homegrown in 2 years' time. So, I quite like him to stick around just in case we do qualify for Europe next year, but I wouldn't mind trying to sign some more English players. So I'm going to come back when the transfer window is open, which is like 2 weeks' time, where we'll be introducing 2 new players. Oh, it's the beginning of the transfer window. Let's go and meet the two new players. But before we do that, let's see who we've been rumoured with. So we've been rumoured with 4 players. Usually it's 3, but we've been rumoured with Kevin Massey, who's a Costa Rican striker, plays for Oxford United, wanted by Blackburn. So we'll scout him, but the scout report does say only sign Massis as a last resort, so I suspect we're not going to sign him, are we? The next rumour is Shuano Trente, centre back, 20 years old. Give him a scout. He might be good enough, he might not be. Chris Mepham, 32 years old. Maybe? See what a scout report comes back as. Then now signing for Kayo Tamori, obviously, with a range like that, I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, let's go and meet the two new players who should be coming in now. Alright, first signing is Kasper Jetterman. He is a Danish centre-back, or defensive mid, but his primary position is centre-back. He's 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's a championship player at the moment, but potentially Premier League. We've signed him from FC Copenhagen for £10 million, so he'll be a very good player, one we can make a huge profit from, I reckon. The next signing is Peter Phillips. He is a English goalkeeper, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential, wonder kid, more importantly. He's already a decent Premier League player. I think he will be our first choice goalkeeper this year. We signed him from Southampton for £25 million. Like I said, all on last season's transfer budget, so nothing's come out of this year's, I don't think. Nope, still at £11 million. It's actually gone down slightly. Not sure why, but two very good players. Great, good high potential players. I don't think they can become homegrown. They can certainly become homegrown in country. Well, apart from Phillips, because he's already English. But can they? No, they cannot. Obviously, Phillips is already trained in the nation. But where's Jetterman? Yeah, he can't become homegrown. It's a shame. But if he was born 5 days later, he could have been homegrown. Then he would have been 18 when he signed for us. That's a shame, but still a very good young player. So I will definitely take that. I think he probably can become homegrown in nation, but I'm just not sure how long he needs. Probably cannot actually. So yeah, still a good player. Give him numbers, just auto number them, so I don't do that manually. Apart from that, there's not really much other news to tell you about yet. No players are leaving as of yet, or any new players leaving, but there is players wanted, but no one's made the pick yet because it is literally the first day of the transfer window. Chiquinho, I am going to try and ask the agent about interest. Well, the transfer window has actually opened, so yeah. Right, we will list him just to see if we get any movement for him because he is a player I wouldn't mind selling because he's not going to get much game time this year, especially with Mazar, who is probably one of the best players at the club. Yeah, second best player at the club. He is far better than Chiquinho. Chiquinho's not even on the squad pack comparison. Mentor's up there with him. I think he's a right back, not even a right winger. And Cho's not even a right winger either. He's an accomplished right winger. And he's better than Chiquinho. Oh, wow. Absolutely wow. Where is Chiquinho on this list? Yeah, I think his career is done. I think. That's probably the only dead certain player I'd want to sell this year. Rest of the squad, I don't know about, and I don't know who I'm going to sign. So that's all the updates I've got for you for now. So I'm going to come back roughly early July, probably the 4th or 5th July, same time as I usually come back. Um, but then hopefully, by then, I will hopefully sign a few new players and maybe sold a few. Wow. This transfer special has taken a turn for the, I'd say better, because we have been given a job interview by Man City. I haven't been here long. I've been here like not less than just over a year now. We might be going. I'm going to attend the interview. I'm not sure if I am favourite. Thomas Tuchel is favourite for the job, but I suspect he's going to get the job. So let's not get too excited. But I'm going to attend this interview. If this goes well, this is going to be my shortest stay at the club, shorter than Sheffield Wednesday, in fact. What do you think makes you suited to managing a club of this stature? I'm not going to lie, I've never managed a team this high, so I spent I'm gonna do that one. I spent my career building up considerable experience. Why have you only worked with a small selection of teams so far in your career? I'm not going to lie, it's only 2030. This save has been only going on for like 7 years, so it's not been very long at all. I've shown tremendous loyalty at every club. You've done some highly impressive work at your current club. Thank you. I've only been in charge for one full season. Why do you want to move on? I don't. In fact, Sheik, you offered me this job interview because I'm doing such a good job at Nottingham Forest. I don't really want to leave, but I believe I'm in the position to take the positive momentum I've built up recently and use it to hit the ground running here. Well, that's what I said in the Nottingham Forest interview, and I got the job, so I'm going to say it now. We've received a large amount of media attention, and your media handling has been dubious, to say the least. Why is that the case? Personally, I don't like dealing with the media, but I think I deal with it just fine when I do go to the interviews. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just dismiss that. Would you be comfortable with working with our director of football? Yep, that's fine. Yep, I'm happy to work with him. I think I'll just work with the backroom staff we've got. I believe you've got quite good backroom staff, so that's fine. They play attacking football, that's fine. It's pretty much the same, play the same way as Nottingham Forest. Sign all the best young players, that's what I'm gathering. Don't sign any old men. Win the Premier League. And if we do end up moving here, I suspect that will be the final club. I think, possibly. That seems fine to me. What's next? No further requests. No talk about the transfer budget. Wow. We'll just we'll try and carry on with the transfer special as normal. We'll tick all of these. I don't really do the recruitment meetings, but you see me do one now. Don't really pay attention for it. Show transfer saga to set to develop. See, we have already rejected an offer as he got in a massive grumpy. And we have promised him he can leave for 80 million. So he might end up going. Any news on the Man City job? If they want me to come in, it would be pretty soon. I'd like to think. Not sure who was manager. I think it was Carlo Ancelotti was the manager. He's just recently retired. So right. So I think for now, I'm going to carry on with my normal plan, come back on the 4th of July. If anything exciting happens with the Man City job, I will let you know. But for the meantime, normal transfer special resumes. So it's currently the 5th of July. No news about the Man City job just yet, but let's take a look at the signings we have signed so far. So we are trying to sell Lookman on loan. I would prefer him to go permanently, but I just want him out of the club, albeit loan or permanent. Either way, I'm happy with. Preferably permanent, but it's more like it's gonna be a loan signing. So coming in, obviously you've already met Jetterman and Phillips. Obviously, we will introduce them again at the end of this episode if you haven't met them already. Then next signing is Walter Sheriff. He is a Croatian centre mid, 18 years old. 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, wonder kid. He's a good Premier League player, and we signed him from Rijeka for a whopping total of £3.2 million. That is probably one of the cheapest transfers I've ever done for a player of that quality. I mean, that value as well. Rijeka, what have you done? I don't think that was even a release clause. I can't really remember. But we've given him a release clause of £89 million. That's for clubs in a continental competition. So we're going to make some decent money on him. The next signing is a player you've already met, actually. It's Mark Yu. He's coming from Barcelona pretty much for 39 million. So hopefully he might not break his goal scoring record, but hopefully he does make an improvement on it. Or gets there or thereabouts around the 20 goal mark, I reckon. And next signing is one you haven't met yet or haven't heard of, is Pavle, whatever. He's a Serbian left back, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, decent Premier League player. He is Sergio Reguilon's replacement and possibly Jamal Lewis's replacement in the near future. We signed him from Stankham for £1.3 million. I cannot pronounce that name to save my life. So he's got a whopping value of 38 to 43 million. We signed him for 1.3. We're going to make a decent profit on that kid. I tell you what, he is. We've signed some good players so far. We've only just pretty much started this transfer window. Not just started, it's like been 3 weeks in it so far. But players we have sold so far, Klaassen has joined Altai, Abat joins Valencia, Sagari joined Altai again. Chiquinho did join Granada for £20.1.5 million, so I'm glad we got rid of him. And obviously, Reguilon joined Galatasaray. Don't think anyone left on the back end of last season. No, they did not. So this is what the score currently looks like. Obviously, Lookman's probably going to end up being leaving. So at the moment, goalkeepers, really good for. We've got Fernandez and Phillips. Then left backs, we've got Pavle and Jamal Lewis. Right backs, we've got Livramento and Girotta. I think right backs are done. I think defence is pretty much sorted. What centre backs do we have? We've got Solé, Miranda, Alvarez, and Jetta. Yeah, defence is done. We don't need any other defenders. Maybe if Alvarez goes, I wouldn't mind trying to bring in a English centre back. We might just offer him out. No, we won't offer him out. Yeah, there's no one's interested in him just yet, but I do want to try and sell him because he's not really that good now. He was good, but he's not good now. Then centre mids, we have got Cardines, Miller, Dewey, and Jereb. Those are our 4 centre mids for this year, so I don't think we need any other centre mids. Then attacking midfielders, we've got Gibbs White and Menezes. Same 2 as last year, but Morgan Gibbs White is wanted by Granada. Why are Granada all of a sudden in for all of our players, or rumoured with all of our players? Have they added Tycoon? Yes, they have. Wow, they have. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. So that's our attacking midfielders for this year at the moment. They're right wingers. We've got Massart at the moment. Lookman sort of could be our backup right back if he happens to staying, which I very much doubt it. So we will be looking for another right winger. Left wingers, we've got Ali Cho and Bachman, but I might have Ali Cho as like another striker. I don't really know what he is this year. I don't really know if he's going to stay around with us. He is wanted by Wolves, but I suspect they're not going to offer 80 million for him, are they? I very much doubt that. So there's a slight chance we could get in another striker. We could get in another left winger. We might get in both. I honestly don't know. I still don't know what. How big is our squad? Just curious. 22, so we're probably short of about a couple players, I reckon. Do we have anyone down in the under 21s we could potentially call up with decent potential? Sam Cousins, good potential. I'm not sure if he's Premier League standard though. Probably could be in the near future. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Obviously, is the Man City job still available? It is. I'm just going to continue a couple more times just to see if we do get anything on camera. I very much doubt it. I want to find out about this Man City job like sooner rather than later, and then I can carry on with normal transfer window business. Because I don't want to do anything now, just in case I do get the job. But then it will be nice to set up Nottingham Forest for the future. I don't think I'm gonna get this Man City job personally. Elche are only willing to pay £5 million for Lookman. We signed him above this. The previous manager signed him for 5 million. We'll just send him out on loan. Blackburn have made an offer for Lewis. 7 million. We promised him he could go for 36. That is that's well below our asking price. Right, I don't think we're going to hear from Man City, so I guess I will come back just before our first Premier League game. Hopefully, I will have assembled a full Premier League squad fit for European qualification. We have reached the end of today's transfer special, and let's take a look at all of the transfer business we have done in today's episode. I mean, we have done some. Well, no, it wasn't as much transfer business as last year's, because, quite frankly, we didn't really need to do a lot, but we've signed some decent players. Let's start off with the players that have left the club. So, Sergio Reguilon joined Galatasaray on a free transfer. Chiquinho joined Granada. Sagari and Klaassen both joined Altai. And Back joined Valencia. Lookman joined Besiktas on loan for this season. I believe for the whole season. Yes, yeah, for the whole season. I will try and sell him next year, hopefully. Or Besiktas, if they like the look of him, they might pay 47 million for him. I very much doubt that, but let's hope he has a good career with Besiktas or a good season. That's all of the players that have left the club. I don't think anyone left the club on the back end of last season. No, they did not. Let's meet the players once again that have come in to the club. Starting off with Kasper Jetterman. He is a Danish centre-back, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Decent Premier League player at the moment. Brought him from FC Copenhagen for £10 million. And next signing is Peter Phillips. He's a English goalkeeper, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. A good Premier League player. Signed him from Southampton for £25. And he is a wonder kid, so an English wonder kid. Ooh, things are going to get interesting. Then the next signing, or last signing for the last season, is Walter Sharib. He is a Croatian centre mid, 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Good Premier League player. Signed him from Rijeka for a whopping total of £3.2 million. I mean, look how good he is. Rijeka made a big mistake of letting him go for £3.2 million, judging by his value. Then next signing is Mark Gue. He's a Spanish striker, 3.5-star current ability, good Premier League player. He's back from Barcelona, permanent this time. £39 million. Hopefully he can score more than 17 goals this year. Their next signing is Pavle. Still haven't figured out. I'm gonna have a crack at it. I'm gonna say Pavle Božešević. Might have to ask Google Translate about that one. Figure out that. So he's a Serbian left back, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, decent Premier League player. Signed him from Stankham for £1.3 million. I mean, judging by that value, we'll make a decent profit on him, I reckon. Their next signing is Ousmane Dembele. He's a French right winger, 33 years old, 2.5-star current ability, decent Premier League player. Got him on a free transfer. Previously played for PSG, Barcelona, Dortmund. Have one season at Dortmund. Wow. He started off his career at Rennes. So he's literally going to be Mazart's backup for this year. That's what I'm planning then. If he needs to come into the team, he can, because I'm sure he'll do a good job. And last signing, but not least, because we've still got loads of money left. I'll show you the budgets in a minute. Last signing at least will be Curtis Jones. He's a English left winger, can also do a job in the centre mid, but I brought him in to be a left winger. Backup, I don't know. Probably, at the very least, he will be first choice for most of the games. So he's a 3.5-star current ability. Good Premier League player. We signed him from Liverpool for £16.5 million. Did he? Interestingly, didn't actually play last year for Liverpool. That seems a bit strange, that. I'm sure he did. Unless he might not have. That seems very odd. He didn't play for Liverpool for the whole of last season. Has he had any injuries? No? That's very odd. It's very odd that Liverpool never used him last year. Very strange indeed. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure why. I'm not complaining because I think he's a great signing. This is what the current squad looks like. So, goalkeepers, I think we're fine. We've got this guy in the squad. Ignore him. He is in the under-21s. So, I think our squad is pretty decent. I've backed out of the idea of selling Alvarez because he doesn't want to go anymore. Well, he does have a slight concern, but we're going to ignore that for now. I think dynamics were fine. He's not really moaning. Okay, he might be a little upset. But he is not asking him to leave anyway. Jamal Lewis, we haven't had any offers for. Same with Joe. Like, they'll both be staying for now until maybe deadline day. That's when the big offers tend to come in. But let's take a look at the season preview before we wrap up today's episode. So we're predicted to finish 12th. I can live with that. I wouldn't mind trying to finish in the European spots. Maybe 7th. Maybe, if we're lucky, Europa League spots. Then if we're super, super lucky, Champions League. Then if we have a miracle, I wouldn't mind trying to win the Premier League, which we're not going to do. We might. Let's take a look and see who our predicted key players for this season are. I'll have to scroll down a bit. Walter Shareb, I can live with that one. And Kylian Mbappé, yeah, that's not too bad. Anyone in the Dream 11? Nope. A strike force of Højlund and Haaland. If Man City can make that happen, that'd be absolutely brilliant. In that case, I will see you all tomorrow where we'll be playing our first Premier League fixtures against Brighton and Chelsea. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.